I'm Nigel Legge and fisherman, artist, willow lobster pot maker. Well, I was born in 1950 and I was brought up in Cadgwith, a little fishing place. My father, fisherman. I used to go out with him in a boat. I then, at the age of 17 or 18, joined the Merchant Navy for 7 or 8 years and came back and saved up £1,200 saved up the Merchant Navy, and I could have bought my grandmother's thatched cottage for 900 quid. But instead of that, I bought a fishing boat, and next year the house prices went up. I never actually caught up with them anymore. But then that don't really matter. It's dead and gone now. And now, as I'm getting older, I'm doing a lot more painting, making pots, willow lobster pots, and it's, as I get even more decrepit, I can probably sit up in my little studio with the sun shining, paint some pictures of fishing boats and reminisce of years gone by, and just probably be a pain in the neck to all the young fishermen when I want to go see once in a blue moon. At this very moment in time, I'm as fit as I've ever been. I think I discovered yoga about 3 years ago, and I recommend that to any old codger. Just keeps you stretched and not seizing up, and keep working. Retirement stopping is just a nonsense, really. Okay, not kill yourself through work, but just keep doing a few bits and pieces, and stay with the youngsters. Don't join too many old things. Just stay. The youngsters actually keep you alive, really, and they're brilliant. Most youngsters are actually brilliant. They get very bad press, a lot of them, but most of them are as good as gold, and treated right, and they're okay. Lobster pot making I learnt when I was sort of 14 or 15 with my father. These days everybody thinks it's a marvellous craft and how clever you are and everything else, but it's nonsense, really, because years ago you had to make lobster pots to go crabbing and lobster, and else you didn't go, as you couldn't buy steel and plastic ones. I used to hate it years ago because it was hard work. I actually quite enjoy it now, and it's a bit arty, crafty now and all the rest of it, but yeah, I still enjoy it, and I only make lobster pots. I don't make baskets or anything like that. Well, the fishing, I suppose, being a fisherman, rightly or wrongly, it's what sells the paintings and the pots. It's people got this romantic thing about fishermen, which is total nonsense, really. But you know, but when they see the cove and the boats and the sun and the lovely fine weather, it is sort of semi-romantic, I suppose. But I suppose I have got to say now, the pots and the paintings help me to carry on fishing, because it's not so good as it used to be. But the fishing sells the pots and the paintings, so it's just all the jobs together are one, really. Just one sort of big bowl mixed up, and just do everything. The beach is the focal point, and the pub and the cove for anything that's going on. And when I was a boy, I mean, the thatched cottages were slums. There's no mistaking that. The toilets were a bucket and chuck it down the beach. There was no running water, and the rats run through the cottages with hobnail boots on, and it was a rough place. I mean, that all changed when they put the mains drains in, and electric, and there were slums. I mean, and people had a very, very hard existence. Oh, the same as everywhere in the country, I suppose. And people make it special, really. You get quite a few people who move down, and the ones that sort of integrate with the locals actually give the place a boost and help it to keep going. I wouldn't like to live in Cadgwith or Cornwall with totally Cornish, because they drive me bonkers, to be quite honest. But you know, with a good mix, it's pretty good, really.